Attention gamers, everyone knows that the best ADC in League of Legends is Caitlyn, the British bombshell of Piltover, because when other marksmen, oof, my bad Karen, marks people, have to practically play footsies with champs like this walking abomination of 200 years to attack them, this top-hatted hottie can slap dat booty from downtown Disney World. She also gets rewarded from being a little bush Wookiee pedophile, has a root scooter see you later and hold this headshot Samantha combo, plus traps made for bears and a point-and-click ultimate that if you play your cards correctly fires a pretty lethal ace up some unsuspecting a-holes. Which is why today we are talking about Ziggs, the Hexplosives bomb rat, because he does dirty things to this sexy sniper. Isn't that right, you little perv?
Oh, yeah.
Basically you bounce bombs,
Bruh.
beat up towers, and bully bimbos, which is why he is the true king of bot lane. Now for those of you who enjoyed my hard-stuck rap last week, the song is now available on Spotify now that it's been approved as an upcoming thread in the rap game, but I have also produced another quick freestyle for you, premiering right now. To all the legends out there, you've never seen a Rady Shady ad like this. Drop the beat, Ray. As a boy I played Pokemon and it was a ball, brought me joy to find new ones trying to catch them all, but the fun in mobile games has really taken a fall, until enter Raid Shadow Legends giving me a call. They said try our game, getting started isn't hard, the joy will be the same as evolving your first Charizard. Tap these shards and you can summon troops, or join a clan like mine to fight in groups, AFK during battles with these auto loops. It's on PC or phone so you can play during poops. Playing Raid you won't get bored with new updates on the way, like how they now give dope rewards just for logging in each day. And in latest news, RNG takes a snooze, cause with champ fragments specific champs you can choose. In Tag Team Arena you earn gold bars, that you can now cash in at the brand new bazaars, to get all kinds of sick goodies that you can use to grow your champs into superstars. So click the link below, in this vid's description box, to get free coins, gems, shards and a champ that rocks. Now give it a chance, play for a few seconds, and you will fall in love with
Raid Shadow Legends.
Okie dokie, timestamp Tommies, pull those grubby fingers out of your disgusting little noses for a few seconds, because here is when you post those timestamps in the comments of when my horribly unentertaining sponsored message that must have taken me no time at all to make is finally over, while the rest of the real ones in here slap that like button and subscribe for more. Alright you goons, let's talk about runes. I took Comet because the only thing more tilting than getting hit by a long-range bouncy boy is having it shit out an M&M that gets your new shoes all wet, and Manaflow band is A, but I am A for pay, then CDR to build nukes faster, and Scorch to make those early bombs send a message. Then Revelation here boys and girls, the combo of biscuits and time warp tonic is OP mommy, like it's like having a second heal if you jerk off your pots and biscuits at the same time, super clutch for plebs like me. The game starts off with purple miniskirt getting a taste of her own medicine early game, which means getting soaked by little piss squirts every time she goes up for a last hit, so I tell my Raven fetish amputee to bush peek and long claw her as I follow up with a slime vial and a big auto for the kill. Then we chase her bony dad and I launch him into the wall before dropping a bunch of toys on the ground that he won't enjoy walking over. We take him down, but of course the sped eye of the feeding disorder just has to be here, so we do our best, but Grumpy Grandpa gets euthanized as our jungler announces he's late by missing his opener, and I am but I drop some little boys on the ground and run around like a moron, clenching my ass cheeks so tight they start cramping, which works like a charm, and we are off to a good start. We get back to lane and I am still determined to make this top-hatted hoe bag hold a bomb every time she tries to rob one of my hooded midget employees, as Swain Claw cucks her and I blow some hot air up that skirt before my minefield advises against her taking the lantern. But right when she thinks she is safe with auto-attacking from 6 screens away behind her statue, I hear Oshima Dad ask for another kill. Then you see Hades pacing nervously like he has a plan but no confidence whatsoever that it'll work, until bam, to everyone's surprise it does. But stopwatch, get outplayed you stupid statue, as I light him on fire waiting for Rift Alexa to announce my name in admiration, but somehow that moment never came. We overstay like your classic set of silver hardstucks, only to see that coked up sword lord coming in the back door to collect his free pay so he can right click his way to a victory once again, and the dude emerges from the shrubs just reeking of Red Bull and gets to my support as I deploy a seemingly decorative minefield out in freaking Timbuktu, as we both flash like we are friends and I fail, but little does he know I am boys with this turret and he doesn't let the crime go unpunished. A few minutes later and we are just about to grab some plates like it's dinner time when that skeleton comes flying at us, and you just know the two wards sitting in my bag know something is up as Cowsep and Feeding Felicia come carpooling in together, and you are probably thinking my ass is about to be scrambled, but a clutch claw, some piss vials and a well-timed satchel shitter get us some distance. Kate tries to put an ace up my old man's a-hole, so I wingman that shit and nuke the noodle head before retreating to the bush and praying for a diversion, and it turns out that diversion was my support orgasming to kill 8 eyes and weaken the feeding wank stain before finishing her off. Then as I am walking home from the shops I notice what any silver jungler would be doing when his team is stomping, greed with no vision in the enemy jungle to help make this a close game, but I notice the pretty pellet popper is finding herself useless in that situation as well, running away half naked, so I play a quick game of Hey Nancy hold my nuke. Little tip: when you have repetitively shit on an enemy player, if they are also the ADC, they have probably been getting shit on all night and are borderline AFK rubbing a half chub out to some jailbait on TikTok, so just chill in the shrubs and wait for the dumbass to come and then promptly peek out to remind her that you can now FF games at 15. Then if you are like me and you only get fed in 1 out of every 30 games you attempt for content, you can BM2 as this is your time after all, so soak it all in knowing that you are the only person in the game that thinks doing this is funny. Then I am just showing my new friends why people call me Demolition Dave when we catch their jungler pathing worse than a GPS in the 1970s, but he pulls a slick MC Hammer can't touch this, which works until the sped salamander dashes through my piss vials proccing a Ludens to ruin his night and give this bomb rat a fat stack. I am just casually ignoring the fact that Dragon is up in what I will now classify as intentionally zoning them off of it when this rotting sardine comes back trying to blow me up, only to be forced to pole vault parkour his way out like a pussy as me and my support do some synchronized skillshot missing until a clutch claw lets me bash a glass vial on the dumb fish's head as Swain full 200 years flashes into their base saying he's never truly outnumbered in fights #riot balance team as I ask if your friend flashes into enemy base would you? And the ape says hell yeah as I continue to just play spectating Battleship from over the wall while patiently watching them all be sent back to Fountain one at a time. We see Tumble Tits all alone mid, so I have my support release the 2 Caspers he keeps against their will under his giant cape, and they run straight to the nearest person for safety, but unfortunately for that poor little ghost she can't do anything when she is freaking dead as the purple shark comes up for air and not much else. We push on as my support films a scene for a show called 2 Simps 1 Sup, which prompts the mutant toddler with the slimy dreadlocks to go full-fledged bronze attack until realizing his stupidity and flashing out, but your boy has the nuclear launch code, so I hastily type Ligma into the system and the shitter eats an M&M for dessert. Then Kate shows off her marvelous mechanics by root scooting over the wall into danger, which results in her getting the wrong kind of pole dance and us being left with Larry trying to farm content for a montage that he'll have to blur out his 1 and 9 KDA and so his 4 viewers don't see, but he comes up short and just gets bombed, lit on fire and murdered instead. The game quickly gets to the point where pinning these donkeys to their fountain is of higher priority than taking objectives that lead to actual LP, and I have thrown one too many of these in my day, so I come in and remind the inhibitor that I am playing Ziggs before helping my sophisticated ape inform Gosu that chasing is a bad look on her. I see the laser locked onto my support, but I think what the hell, give this bitch her first kill ever in League, why not, and then I run over to join the rest of the boys for some base butt stuff. My teammate labels me as a toxic Ezreal main in chat, which distracts me, so I drop a bomb that bounces over to the sexy sheriff, but that hoe just ignores it as the windshitter's brother plays some fruit ninja and I scatter a nice surprise for them when they land, which results in the sped eye and the skeleton pissing off. Then the golden hardstuck greed that has claimed better men than me takes over when a bomb rips the clothes off that cosplaying cop and I flash just to blue ball myself and get eaten by a giant mutated Venus flytrap. One last fight breaks out, but unfortunately I was still serving time for the crime of stupidity, so even though I dropped a nuke to hopefully be included in the history books, he didn't have any real impact as we took home the commanding W, and I can confidently say I was the superior ADC in this one. Now the real question is, are you more impressed at the power of the Ziggs damage to turrets, or the fact that in a 27-minute game no one on their team even touched one of ours? And that concludes this episode of Rav Pretends He Understands This Game and its meta, even though he has been hard stuck for 7 years. And don't forget, if you enjoyed today's video, to hit the like button and check if your sub notifications are on, because they have been getting turned off for people and my views are suffering from it. Also, I am considering installing Fall Guys and talking through my adventures as one of those obese jelly beans, so let me know in the comments if you would want to see a Rav style video on that game next. Also huge thanks to my supporters on Patreon, you guys and gals are the real homies keeping the lights on in this igloo. Pet your dog, jerk your ween, leave a like for the algorithm and brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.